So Highland Noise Podcast, I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
The Throwback Thursday, recorded on a Thursday, posted on a Monday.
You're goddamn right. You are goddamn right.
I didn't think that this was going to happen anytime soon. I looked at our calendar. I'm like, there's no Throwback Thursday. Recorded on a Thursday.
On Thursday, posted on a Monday.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Crazy, but here we are.
We managed to pull one off. Isn't that crazy? Look at the way our schedule falls. And Glory's sitting at home, not doing it somewhere else.
Somewhere in fucking North Carolina. You know? It's awesome. I love it.
Continuing along with Black Veil Brides and their discography, going into their 2018 record, Veil, which is honestly...
You're like, Dale. Dale!
Dale! This is honestly the one I've been the most excited to talk about. Kind of going into the series, you know, the Timeless, in my opinion, record is the first one. That's the one that got me into the band. That's a scene staple right there. That's a classic. Knives and Pens is, you know, a staple in the scene. And I love that record for that reason. But this is probably my favorite record outside of enjoying the big one, just because this is kind of where, in my opinion, the band kind of reaches their ultimate form. We've been evolving over the past several records, not counting Set the World on Fire, although that was necessary as a stepping stone. Get the extra record out with all of the we sound like our influences, but kind of from Wretched and Divine forward, where they kind of started to find their sound, and then with the self-titled, where they hone in on that sound but do it in a not concept record way. This is kind of the ultimate form. You know, this is where the band just excels. This record is just phenomenal from front to back, honestly, and it's always been like my go-to when I'm like, I'm gonna listen to Black Veil Brides. It's Veil. Wake Up is stuck in my head like pretty consistently, and I'm gonna be honest, I haven't listened to that song in years, but you know, I've been thinking about Black Veil Brides a lot with this series, and that song is what consistently pops up in my head. I mean, there were plenty of times in my younger years when I was into this band hardcore and, you know, discovered this record, where I would just kick the album off with Wake Up because I didn't want to wait, you know, a song and a half to hear that song. You don't want to
wait to wake up.
Yeah, exactly. I would just kick right into it because that song kind of rocks as an opener. I listened to the record enough that way to think it rocks as an opener, but that's no discredit to the last one, which is like
the first official song.
The first official song. There's a little intro track that I'm not going to try to pronounce. But the first real track of the record, the last one, there's that does not discredit that song at all. That is a very strong track, very strong opener. But young me just wanted to be punched with Wake Up because that was like my favorite song at the time. It's still one of my favorite Black Veil Bride songs. It's a sin that they don't play it live more often.
That's all the times I saw them, they played it live. I thought it was like one of the big ones that they always play live.
I feel like I've seen the set list a couple of times where it's not in there, and I'm like, what the hell are we doing?
What are your best songs, guys?
Like I was, you know, when I was supposed to go to that Baby Metal tour until, you know, the power went out in the entire state and the train stopped moving. It wasn't on the set list for that tour.
That's insane. Okay.
So, yeah, that song right there is like that's my song, bro. I love that song. I kind of love this era of the band, the 2018, and then like when they did a couple of quick drops in like 2020 time as well. Like that's where the band for me is like ace. The run after Dead Man Walking, so Our Destiny, The King of Pain, My Vow, Ballad of the Lonely Hearts, and Throw the First Stone is just 5 absolute bangers front to back. I love each of those songs. One thing I've always kind of felt, and now I have a platform to put my opinion out there and have people tell me whether or not I'm right, is The King of Pain to me has always felt loosely like a Andy Black solo like pop project song, because he has a, you know, he has a solo project. He was doing it around the time of this record was when the first record for his solo project came out. So it's always just kind of felt like the most pop leaning song that Black Veil Brides has had. It's still rock. It still fits their vibe, but in terms of Andy's delivery on the song, it feels a little bit more like the way he approaches his pop side project. So if anybody out there has also felt the same way, rise up. We're together now. If you think my opinion's stupid, let me know in the comments down below. I could be the only one that hears that. Throw the First Stone. I thought that shit was the hardest fucking song for way too long of my life. I mean, it fucking rocks. That's one of my favorites as well. It's heavy for a Black Veil Bride song. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's got a heavier hard rock riff than what we normally get. Little bit of like, you could do a little bit of head swinging to it, not head banging, but a little bit of head swinging going this way.
You're moving a little bit.
We're moving. My Vow, Our Destiny, Ballad of Lonely Hearts are all absolute bangers as well. I mentioned all those in that 5-track run. I love the way it closes with Veil. This is where it ends. It's a very nice way to close this record off. Very fitting as a closer. And I do like Dead Man Walking. It is, and it's Overture 2. It is exceptionally long. But I like at the end the callback to... Is it Wake Up or one of the?
Oh, I think it is Wake Up. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
The callback to Wake Up at the end of that song has always been fascinating to me, and the song is exceptionally long, like I said, but it is always they do a phenomenal job of making it dynamic enough where it doesn't feel like the length it is. Like, you know, when I'm looking at the number, like I was today, and being like, holy shit, the song feels like it drags forever, because I'm like, I have X amount of time to finish this record before we start this fucking thing. And I've heard it 7,000 times, but I need a quick refresher. Come on. But when I just listen to this record in passing, that song never feels like the 8 minutes or so that it clocks in at. You know, and I do really appreciate the way it closes with that little callback. You know, the couple of songs I didn't mention off the record, which are When They Call My Name and The Outsider, those are bangers as well. But I'm not going to sit here and name every single song on the record, even though I just did. I love this album. I think it's phenomenal. This is peak Black Veil Brides for me. And I got nothing but positive things for this album.
So it's great to see that the band is just getting better and better as they progress. Because this is my favorite Black Veil Brides record so far. I know we have one more, the very most recent one. So this was a great surprise while going through, and I was like, damn, this sounds like Black Veil Brides. This does not sound like I can hear their inspiration. It sounds like they are finally, like, 100% of this record is pure Black Veil Brides, and it is incredible. It is that hard rock, like you could picture it live with their little guitar solos doing their shit. It's like I see it, I get it, and I love it. Because again, it's authentic and it sounds like them. I completely agree with you. I think Wake Up is like one of their best songs. This song, I've heard it. The reason I was like, I thought they played it every tour was because it's like every single time I've seen them, they've played Wake Up. I knew the song. And the second it started, I was like, oh, fuck, this is that song? There it is. I do like Dead Man Walking Overture 2, even though it is a fucking... It's long. There's a lot that's done in that song. I do like the last couple tracks as well. Throw the First Stone and Veil. This is where it ends. Honestly, I also like how it opens as well with kind of like the interlude speaking track. It seems like it feels like a little piece from their concept record that I really liked, where it's, you know, Andy reading out some bullshit. I don't know what he's talking about. But I love it, and I would love more. No, I think that this is their best work yet. And I'm a big fan. I get it. This is where I finally have that, okay, I understand why people really like this band. I get it. It has the energy. It has just the hard rock vibe. Big fan. Yeah, big fan.
Oh, yeah. Well, those are our thoughts on Black Veil Bride's 2018 record Veil. You know, this is like we said at the beginning. This is Black Veil Bride's discography dive. So you can subscribe to us here on YouTube. It helps us out a ton. It's the only place we post these throwback reviews, discography dives, whatever you want to call them. And we got one more left. So, if you want to hear our thoughts on the Phantom tomorrow, subscribe. And we've got all the previous ones linked down below as well. Follow us on Instagram, Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. TikTok is Good Noise Podcast. All the audio platforms are all Good Noise Podcast. And Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Other than that, I've been Shane.
I've been Glory.
And we've been the Good Noise Podcast. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.